In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make jump rings so that you can make bracelets just like this here. Hopefully you can see that all right. And you can do this with any material, whether it's copper, silver, or steel. If you know how to make jump rings like I'm about to teach you, you can make bracelets like this, any kind of chainmail, and utilize it for all of your different metal smithing. All right, so to get into it here, we're gonna be using some 18 gauge copper wire. The reason I'm using copper today is because it's cheaper. You can do chainmail with it. It's a great way to learn, and that way you're not going through sterling silver right when you're learning. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take it, obviously cut a piece off here. Now you can use 18 gauge, 20 gauge, whatever it is, but what you need to realize is the gauge of wire you're using will dictate the size of jump rings. If you're doing chainmail, you're gonna need different size jump rings depending on the gauge, so that it's a denser weave of chainmail. But we're not gonna get into that right now. I'm just gonna teach you how to make the jump rings the way I do it. What you're gonna need, some kind of a metal rod, metal dowel. You can see here, these ones, I think there's about 15 in there, 12 to 15 rods. Each one's a little bit different. Now for this one here, I'm gonna probably use a 3.6 millimeter rod. Got that right here. Use the 3.6 here with the, let me refocus that. There. I'm gonna use a 3.6 with the 18 gauge copper. That'll do what I need it to for the weave I'm going to be doing in the future. So what we're going to do here is take a drill. You don't have to use a drill, but it makes life a heck of a lot easier. Put the metal rod into the drill. Back this up here a little bit. Now, let's see if I can show you this here in a good way. I'm going to take the wire, put it into that little slot there, and then that'll hold the wire in place as we start to do this. And as you can tell, I'm just holding the wire and just letting the drill do all the work. There we go. So we got our coil. Let me put this drill away here. Alright, we got our coil. What I like to do, as you can see, there's the tag ends. I like to just take some flush cutters, clip that off. Yeah, I need to get new flush cutters. These ones are not working the way they used to. Alright, so we take that. We have our coil here. Now this is where I used to make a mistake when I was learning jewelry. Back when I knew absolutely nothing. I would take flush cutters and I would just go and I would clip through all of these, and I would think that would work for chainmail. Now what it does is it leaves, you're gonna have one flush angle, and then the other is gonna be the jump ring faces. One will be flush because they're flush cutters, but then you're gonna have an angle on the other end. So when you put them together, it's not gonna be perfectly flush. So in order to do proper jump rings, you're gonna need a jeweler's saw. So all you wanna do is gonna have your coil here on your bench pin, and then just start kind of now take your time with it. You don't want to rush and mess up the jump rings, and it'll get quicker as you go. You'll get used to it and you'll be able to cut them a lot faster. Just let the saw do the work. So you can see here now, we've got all of our jump rings made. These ones here are around the 3.6 millimeter mandrel, and I can use them now for making a copper chainmail bracelet. And it's not going to be this pattern, but that's exactly how you make jump rings for any type of chainmail. So hopefully this video helped you guys out a lot, and if you have any questions, you want to see anything else, let me know in the comments below, and see you in the next one.